The Malaysian EV market has gotten really exciting in recent months. With Tesla setting up shop here and the recent 100,000 ringgit BYD Dolphin launch, it makes cars like the Volvo C40 a little forgotten even though it is just launched December last year. So the Volvo C40 is essentially the coupe sibling of the Volvo XC40 Recharge Electric, which we also reviewed on the channel, and it was a great ride despite having some flaws. Now the C40 has some improvements over the XC40, now one of it being its aerodynamics and also a more sportier shape, but to be honest, for 288,000 ringgit, it is a price that is hard to swallow because it is also 10,000 ringgit more expensive than the XC40 Recharge Electric. But after driving it for a week, I finally understand why, and you know what? It is a very underrated EV, and here's all you need to know about it. Now, it's easy to dismiss the C40 Recharge as a mere coupe sibling of the XC40, and despite having very similar exterior dimensions, there are some notable differences. The C40 features a lower ride height and more headroom on the front compared to the XC40, while its coupe design made the rear headroom much lower than the XC40, while thankfully maintaining the same legroom. Boot space is interestingly smaller than the XC40 at 413 liters, but I have no issues fitting a baby stroller and some other stuff. One benefit of having a lower ride height and a coupe design as compared to the XC40 is reduced drag, and Volvo has added a sporty spoiler that helps improve aerodynamics, which is the reason why despite having the same 300kW twin-motor electric drivetrain and 74kWh battery, the C40 Recharge is able to do the Century Sprint 0.2 seconds faster than the XC40, while Volvo claims a slightly improved range of 450km on a single charge, which might not seem like a lot in numbers, but if you get the chance to ride on both the XC40 Electric and C40, you will absolutely find the latter to be a lot more responsive from the starting line and while cruising. Also, the lower ride height allows the C40 to handle bumpy Malaysian roads better when cruising at moderate speeds, as it isn't as bouncy as the XC40. Aside from its great performance, what makes the C40 a very enjoyable everyday ride is the minimalist contemporary interior that's unlike any other regular luxury cars of the same class. You get a white backlighting on its dashboard and side panels that shows an outgoing camouflage design, simple looking vertical aircon vents, a 9-inch vertical infotainment system with buttons below for controlling music playback and climate, and here's my favorite, the suede fabric seats, which offer excellent comfort and lumbar support and doesn't make me miss leather seats because it doesn't scalp my ass when I enter the car after parking under the hot sun. One major interior difference that the C40 has over the XC40 is a laminated panoramic roof, which surprisingly doesn't make the cabin too hot under the hot Malaysian weather. Though it can really blind your rear passengers with bright sunlight, and trust me, you don't want to touch it under the hot sun because it can really scalp your hands. What you will be dealing with the Volvo C40 most of the time while driving is Google's Android Automotive operating system, which I dare say is one of the most usable car operating systems that's very easy to get used to, but it still isn't perfect. Since my previous experience on the XC40 Electric, there are a few updates that made it slightly better. Waze is finally on board and looks beautiful on the 9-inch screen. There are also new games on Google Play, which one of them is a racing car game that looks graphically good, but the polling rate of the display made it quite sucky to play. The 12.3-inch digital instrument continues to show Google Maps, which I very much prefer over any car navigation any day. And that's pretty much you can do there. You still can't change your Spotify playlist or even change how you want the theme of the display to be, which is sadly a missed opportunity, especially when you have a top smartphone operating system running in a car. On top of that, the Google Play Store is still very limited for cars, which you might want to consider getting an Android CarPlay box like the Kybrick Brick 3 Devo, which gives you full Android 13 at your disposal on the C40 screen. You can watch movies on Netflix or the Dancing Cockroach on YouTube, and run some other smartphone apps that the infotainment system couldn't. The best thing about the C40's in-car entertainment experience over its competition is the excellent 600-watt 13-speaker Harman Kardon sound system, which offers excellent audio fidelity complete with a front air ventilated subwoofer, which is similar to the XC40 Electric. In terms of battery life or travel range, I managed to get up to 340km on mixed city and highway driving until the battery hits 26%, which is close to the claimed WLTP range of 450 kilometers if you were to completely exhaust the battery. And it takes about 35 minutes on a 60 kWh DC charger to get up to 80% of state of charge. The provided home plug charger will offer up to 10% of charge in 8 hours. Despite how much I love daily driving the Volvo C40 over my regular petrol car and the features and performance that it offers, it all ultimately comes down to value in the Malaysian market, where branding and image comes first when buying a luxury car like this. The Volvo C40 retails for 288,000 ringgit, which is 10,000 ringgit more expensive than the Volvo XC40 Recharge and the same price as a decked out Tesla Model Y in Malaysia that is about to be delivered in January 2024. So you might be asking, why should I buy this car if I could get a Tesla or probably a German mark of the same price? Well, in my opinion, the Volvo C40 does have its own personality. It is ultimately a driver's car and you will really enjoy the performance of this car when driving this. And ultimately, what I really love is the minimalist interior that doesn't overcomplicate things, and I definitely trust Google to maintain the software of this car over other car manufacturers' operating system, because I'm sure more features will be added, and like I mentioned in the review, you already get Waze and all that. So I'm sure in future, if there are other services and so on, I'm sure the Volvo C40 is going to get it first as compared to other EVs out there. All right, so that's all for my thoughts on the Volvo C40. Do let me know what are your thoughts in the comments down below, and be sure to subscribe to our channel for more videos coming right up, and I'll see you guys in the next one.